Good afternoon, my beautiful people. This is your host Olayinka Omotayo Fambegbe, aka Mrs. Fam, and this is Real Talk with Mrs. Fam on your Kusoro Radio Evergreen Station. Good afternoon. On this program, on this platform, we talk about real life issues, experiences. We have people come over, they share their expertise. We have people call in. We have people text messages come in. We have people leaving their voice notes. We want to say thank you. We want to appreciate you from anywhere you're listening from. Maybe you're inside your car, you're just in your house, you're at work, you've just come back from church. We want to say thank you very much for being part of this program. And today we're going to be talking about something very, very interesting topic. Who are you without your phone? What can you do without your phone? Or what can't you do without your phone? It's a very, very big topic, but we will get into it today eventually. So I just want to say a big thank you to our amazing producer behind the scenes. It makes this happen every week. And to all our loyal listeners everywhere you're listening from, we want to say thank you. You help us keep this conversation going every week. So your girl, Mrs. Pham, a social worker, many years of experience in health and social care, worked in the hospital, nursing homes, in the communities, worked with different individuals, helping families, people with mental health issues, domestic violence and abuse, homelessness, street working, so many things. On the transition team where we prepare children into adulthood, substance and misuse team, just so many teams that I've worked in over the years. So now listen, today I just want to encourage people who wants to advertise their businesses. You can connect directly with us and we can help you to help us help each other to grow. So you can be a sponsor on this program if you want to advertise your services, your products. You're very, very free to contact us. So let's talk about today's topic. Without your phone, who are you? Let me ask you again. Without your phone, who are you? So if I take away your phone right now, no WhatsApp, no Instagram, no TikTok, no Facebook, what else is there? No scrolling, no calling. In fact, let's say that phone gets lost or maybe it's faulty. This is why I need people to call in today. I want to hear your experiences. I just want to hear how it is that you don't have your phone, because the truth is many of us don't even know ourselves anymore without the phone. We don't know each other without the phone. So please, today is when I really want to hear people call in, send in their messages, leave voice notes. And let's be honest, I want people to really engage on today's program. Because people wake up and the first thing they touch is their phone. Before greeting their partner, the first thing before praying is checking their phone. In fact, before checking up on children, the first thing people do is phone. Okay. I'm guilty of this as well. So, but it's not. Okay, I'm not going to start saying if it's right or if it's wrong. I want people to call in and let us know what they do when they wake up first. Now let's go deeper. A family sits together, but nobody is together. Daddy is scrolling on the phone, mom is on the phone, the children are on the phone, and we're meant to be a family. Maybe we're eating together, or we're meant to have a quiet time together, or So honestly, you wonder, where is the communication? How do people communicate in this generation? And the children, one of the child may say, "Mommy, we are here, but we are not together." I want people to agree or disagree to that sentence or that statement from that child, because that really hits deep. We go out for dinner and then we're just on our phones. We go to parties. Most of the things people do in party is record, but not actually present in that party. For the duration of the party, people are just on the phones recording. Now, it's happy birthday on the phone. On WhatsApp, on TikTok, on Instagram. People don't call themselves to wish themselves. They don't visit to wish their loved ones a happy birthday. People don't see anymore. Honestly, this phone thing is a big one today. People say congratulations on the phone. People say RIP on Facebook. No contact with this individual or this person for years, because we're so dependent on telephone, on social media. I want people to call in. I want people to actually send messages in, because I really want to. Okay, so we have some messages. I'm just going to read about 2, and then we will continue with our conversation. So Bingpe from Ibadan, thank you so much for your contribution. You said about 4 weeks ago, I had a serious realization. My husband and I don't talk like we used to when we were dating. Back then, we could gist for hours, laugh, even argue playfully. Now, we're always together, but somehow not together. That's good. That's exactly what I was saying earlier on, about a couple of seconds ago. Both of us on our phones, scrolling different worlds. One night, I just said it. When last did we actually sit and talk without our phones? It was quiet. One night, I just said it. When was the last time we actually sat? We sit and then talk without our phones. Since then, we've been trying something, at least 1 hour every evening. No phones, just us. That's very good. Honestly, it's not easy. Sometimes we even reach out for our phones unconsciously. But we are trying, and slowly it's bringing back something we didn't realize we were losing. So without my phone, I am a wife still learning how to reconnect again. Thank you so much, Bimpe, for sharing that. So this is Jason from Toronto. Without my phone, I am just a quiet guy who enjoys simple things: music, walks, real conversation. Social media makes me look more outgoing than I really am. Thank you so much, Jason, for sharing that. Let's see if we have another message. So we have Amira. Amira, thank you. Amira from London. I think without my phone, I am actually calmer. You're not alone. No pressure to respond. No constant scrolling. It's just me and my thoughts, which is scary sometimes, but also necessary. I agree with you. So this is Toby from Lagos. Thanks, Toby from Lagos. Honestly, without my phone, I feel disconnected. You're not on your own, not just from people, but from everything. It made me realize how much of my identity is tied to being online. True. I'm still figuring out who I am outside of that. That is deep. Thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so let us reflect. Let's talk about mental health and the statistics. How does that affect us? It affects our sleep, our focus, and our mental health. Some people are up as early as 2 a.m. All they do is scroll and scroll and scroll on the phone, and then wake up feeling exhausted, tired, and not getting enough sleep. And this is why depression is increasing. Stay too many hours on your phone, no rest, lack of sleep, responding to every message when you're meant to be sleeping, depriving yourself of sleep. I don't know, but I want to say that this can lead, and it does lead to depression for a lot of people, and a lot of people are anxious. Okay, can the phone, the phone can, let's say for example now, how do you see your phone? Is it something that can build you or something that can break you? For some people, because they do their businesses on phone, they do their networking, they do a lot of researches on their phones, they connect with people. Very good, very positive. But when there is no boundaries, when you don't have, when you don't know how to discipline yourself, it can lead to destruction. Somebody said it was affecting their relationship, like herself and her husband. And this is what happens. It affects your relationship with your family, at work, in the community. And you're deprived of so many things. People don't even attend parties in person anymore. Like, they just send you a message to say sorry, I can't come, they just say one excuse or the other. So that thing that we're really, really missing out, can we go back to it? Some people don't even have time to have a walk outside the house. They just sat there all day. No break from one media to the other. TikTok, Instagram. I'm not against it. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. But I can tell you that I can be disciplined, because when I need to sleep, I will sleep. When I don't need to use my phone, when I'm in work, I can use my phone, but only for work purpose. Some people, they're in work and they are not disciplined enough to know what to do with their phone, and they get themselves into trouble. You're at work and then you're listening to what you're not meant to be listening to. You're viewing what you're not meant to be viewing at work. You're watching a program. You're watching films at work. I don't understand. Where is that discipline? Where is that going to lead you? And then when somebody, say, what are you doing? Or somebody reports you, you don't see it as any big deal. It is a big deal. Phones should not determine how you live your life. People should be in control of their phone. So this is why I said, without your phone, who are you? Some people just don't understand it. I've been calling you, you're not picking your phone. Yes, I am not picking my phone. We spoke about boundaries last week. I am not picking your phone for a reason. Maybe because I'm busy, maybe because what you want to discuss with me, that time just isn't appropriate for it. Or I have people around me that I don't want to, have certain conversations in front of them. Or I'm just tired. Or I just can't pick it up. And it's not an emergency. So, yes, you saw my message and you didn't reply. Yes, I did. So, this is part of how we can manage our lives and our phone. Because am I not allowed to rest? Am I not allowed to be disconnected sometimes? I am. I'm allowed to be disconnected sometimes from phones. Have proper rest. And not everything is urgent. Because if you don't set boundaries with your phone will control your life. Phone can control your life. And phone is controlling, a lot of people. I have seen people cross the road, like major road, and they are on their phones. How bad is that? God forbid someone gets knocked down because you are on your phone. I'm still waiting for people to call in. I am still waiting for people to call in. I just don't want to be the only one talking because this is not personal. This is just not personal. Now let's balance it. Let's balance it a bit. Phones are not bad. Phones are not bad. They help us make money. They help us to learn and they help us to grow. So phones are not bad. But the question is, are your phones controlling you or you are controlling your phone? So this is where we have to set boundaries, have phone free time, be present with your loved ones, use your phone with purpose. I'm going to repeat this last one of using your phone with purpose. We just don't want to be on the phone just because we're bored or we have nothing doing. It has to have a purpose. So I'll leave you with this. Without your phone, who are you? That's the topic again. So let's just think about it, because your peace matters, your relationship matters, and your mental health matters. Some people, when they lose their phone, it's almost like losing a life for some people. When they can't find their phone for 1 minute, it's almost like something, I don't even know what word to use, has happened. And some people even sleep with their phones in their hand. I hope Mr. Pham is not listening to this. He's not listening to this. I hope so. Why do some people sleep with their phones in their hands? Now, I need somebody to explain it to him rather than myself. Because apart from the fact that it's dangerous, it's plugged in, and every message you will have to, reply to or respond to, I hope he's not listening to this. Thank you for not telling him. So, are you like that? That you cannot do anything else? Even things that you're not meant to, because what we feed our brain, what we feed our brains really, really matters. What are you listening to? What is that thing that is of interest to you? Are you actually learning anything from, all these talks or shows or programs or, news, a lot of things? It's just too much these days that sometimes you just keep scrolling, and then you end up being misinformed in so many situations. Who is that person? Who is that role model? What's that program? I just want people to sit and reflect on what exactly am I listening to? Or what exactly am I using my phone for? What purpose is it for? Am I making money from this phone? Because that's a good one. Am I learning from it? Yes, that's good. Am I researching, communicating? But at the same time, I want us to look at it from another direction. What can I do without it? So many things you can do without it. You can form a healthy relationship without your phone by contacting your family members, by contacting your work colleagues in person. Go out for coffee, have a drink, have a laugh, go out to events. Some people have become so socially isolated, they don't even want to come out of their rooms. Okay, let's, for example, people who have, younger ones. I want people to call in or maybe send voice notes or text messages. How is it with your own teenagers? Do you relate with them? Do they relate with you? Or when you take, I'm not saying take away, their phones from them. I'm not in support of that. But when they are without their phones, what are they like? What kind of attitude, what kind of behavior Is it the same as adults? Is this something they've learned from us? Is there something that we need to do to change this cycle of life without phone or with phone? I think there's a lot that we have to change. And people learn from, other people. So what kind of example are we laying as adults, or as guidance, or as caregivers, or somebody in a position where other people are learning from you? Sometimes you need to be on your phone 24/7, especially when you're having your all your businesses. People have to call you, you have to reply to messages, you have to respond, you have to book meetings. I totally understand, but you cannot do that 24 hours. Your brain needs a break. People need to chill, take a break. Today is about people reflecting on how this is, affecting them. Because how can you be in a relationship, for an example, and then you say, let's go out on a date, and then you sit there with whoever you've gone out with, and then you're just on your phone scrolling up and down. I think that is disrespectful. Because when we go out, I want everyone at least to have some respect. Let us enjoy the meal. Let us have conversation. And that, you will not even believe it. When we go out, we tend to talk a bit more than when we're indoor. Because we're just not in our familiar environment, I think it just comes naturally, rather than just, being on the phone in the house, doing the same thing. I think we will socialize more, and then we'll be able to express ourselves even better, or even have a healthy life, because it comes from not having enough sleep. That said, other things that affect us from not having boundaries or not being able to discipline ourselves is what we listen to on these platforms. Sometimes we listen to things that are just not beneficial at all, and then you wonder, what am I doing here? But because of the addiction, I'm sorry, permit me to use that word, you keep going back to it. But yeah, that's why I said, are you in control of your phone, or your phone is controlling you? So today is a day to reflect. I am guilty of this as well, but I'm improving. So I want you to improve as well. Today is a day to reflect and improve. And thank you for listening. If you would like to be a sponsor or advertise, don't forget to reach out. So, back to our topic on Real Talk with Mrs. Pham. Who are you without your phone? We're still on that topic. We'll be rounding off shortly. So I want people to reflect and, have more human connections. Look after your mental health. I'll give another example of, being in the same house with people and then texting each other. I don't know if you've ever experienced that. Some people are in the same house, rather than talk to each other, they send, text messages. Maybe this is good or bad, I don't know, but I've seen that happen. There's just a lot of things that we do, and then we're so reliant on the phones that we hardly communicate, we hardly talk to each other. We want to break that barrier. We want people to remain happy, and then know to discipline, to set boundaries, to communicate more, and to sleep more, because people need to sleep. People need to know what to listen to and when to listen to them, especially on social media. Social media is good. It's a good platform to engage with other people, to market your product, your services, get help if you do need one, get motivational people, get people who talk about real life experiences. They share their experiences, their expertise. That's very, very good. But it's not everything that is good on social media or that is right. That is where you need to know when and who to go with and at what time. And know that when you are at work, do the right thing. When you are at home, do the right thing. Go out more, exercise more, get some fresh air. Talk to people, go out to parties, enjoy the party when you're in the party. So this is where we're going to come to the end of this program today. And I hope we have learned one or two things. Until I see you next week on Real Talk with Mrs. Pham. God bless you and goodbye for now.